Welcome to this 60 minutes yin-yang practice that I made especially for you who are maybe have interest in joining me and Ximena on this beautiful Mexican retreat that we are organizing. So let me first start with just introduce myself. My name is Barbara. I'm the co-owner of Yoga Seeds, a yoga studio in Scheveningen in The Hague. And this is also where I met Ximena. And we had an instant click and well, the rest is history. We start chatting about joining and organizing a retreat together. And here we are. So I'm so happy that you are maybe joining. And of course, you don't know me, so this class, I just made it especially for you, so you get a little bit more familiar with my teachings and my quality as a teacher, but also meeting me a little bit in person, because I think that's important when you are joining a few days together. You should be inspired. So a little bit more about me. So I'm a yoga teacher for 20 years now. In a former life, I was a social worker and burnout coach, but now I have a yoga studio with a business partner here in Scheveningen. And well, it's a delight to teach yoga and to be the whole day studying and busy with my passion, yoga and also Buddhism, and to inspire other people with it. So I started with Ashtanga, the power yoga, and now I'm more specialized in yin yoga, in yoga nidra, in meditation, and especially the Buddhist teachings. So this class will be a little bit of everything. I hope I can give you enough that you have an idea how it can be, because yoga is for everyone is a personal experience, and it's important that you find your own style, but also that you find your own experience as a sort of meeting point from where you move on. Yeah, so I'm guide you through a little bit of pranayama exercise, a breathing exercise. We do a little bit of yin poses to stimulate the connective tissues more around the joints. And we do some yang practice, so a little bit more dynamic movement. And then in the end, we will close off with the yoga nidra, just a small one, because it's too much for here in this class. Okay. What you need is 2 blankets, and if you have an eye pillow, can be nice for in the end. You can also use a scarf or a towel, but something to put on your eyes can be lovely. 2 blocks if you have. If you don't have blocks, don't mind, but you can also use books, or I will guide you through also without blocks. Yeah, so props are just convenient, but not necessary. Okay, so let's start. Find yourself in a cross-legged position. It's nice to elevate the hips a bit and to sit on the bolster or a block, so the spine can lengthen a bit more. Now close your eyes and just see if you can rest within yourself to really commit yourself for the next 60 minutes to dive into this practice. So notice how you are sitting. Can you lengthen the spine a bit more? Maybe bring the crown of the head a little bit more up and the chin a little bit more in and down. And then rest the arms wherever you like. Yeah, on your thighs, or maybe your hands in your lap. And then shift gears a bit. So from doing and listening, start to bring your awareness a little bit more inward and start to observe a little bit more. It's a different quality. Observation, without judging, but just notice the sounds around you, the physical sensations that you have during this sitting. And then just slowly start to deepen the breath just a little bit. Take one more deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale completely. Now open your eyes, and we start with Nadi Shodhana. This is a breathing exercise to calm down the nervous system and to balance right and left energy in our physical body. You can take your thumb and your ring finger to close alternative nostrils. If that's difficult, just use your index finger. So with the right thumb or index finger, you close the right nostril. Make sure that the shoulders are relaxed, the elbow is relaxed, and then exhale completely through the left nostril. And then inhale through the left. Hold it at the top, and now close your left nostril, and then open the right, and then exhale through the right. Now let's inhale through the right. Hold it, close the right, open the left, and then exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Hold it for a moment, close left, open right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close right, open left, and exhale completely. Inhale through the left. Now keep going in your own pace. See if you can lengthen the breaths a little bit more. Maybe you'll hold the poses in between a little bit longer before you exhale or inhale. Soften the face, soften the shoulders while doing so. Let's do one more round. Don't hurry, just take it slow. Do one more round on your own, and you finish on the left side with an exhalation. And when you have done this, just lower down the arm and keep your eyes closed and just sit for a moment, feeling the air coming in through both nostrils. Just pay attention to that movement of the breath without doing anything, just for 2 minutes. Notice when the mind is wandering off. It's no problem at all. Just slowly bring it back. Noticing the movement of the breath again for the last minute. Okay, and then slowly take a deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale all the way out. Okay, now open your eyes. Remove the bolster. So just put it to the side or the block or wherever you were sitting on. And maybe you like to change your legs. So place the other foot in front. And then take your arms to the side. Come on the fingertips. Yeah, now let's bring some movement in this physical body. So take an inhale and lift the arms up. Now reach up, look up. And then exhale, turn your arms to the right side for a spinal twist. Inhale up again. Other side, exhale, release. A few more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, lengthen the spine and the arms. Exhale, spinal twist. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Inhale, take your arms up. Now twist to the right again. Exhale. Now we stay here. We take the left hand on the right knee. Inhale, take your right arm up and then slowly move a little bit to the left side. Try to relax the shoulders. Can you feel that resistance in the right side? Can you relax the shoulders? Maybe you look underneath your armpit all the way up. But if it's too much for the neck, you can also just relax your head. Now open the chest a bit more. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release. Yeah, take your arms up, inhale. Let's move to the other side, left side, exhale. Take your right hand on the left knee, take your left arm up, and then just a little bit towards the side. Imagine that your right shoulder is moving towards your right knee, and then you can look up and lengthen a bit more. Really feel that stretch. You know, there's always resistance in our physical body. So don't blame yourself if you're very tense or stressed in your physical body. Yeah, you can just work with it instead of working against it. Yeah, so don't do too much. Yeah, just find your edge. Take 1 more deep inhale and a deep exhale. Okay, slowly release, arms down. Take your arms up, inhale. And then interlace your fingers, look straight, and then make yourself as long as possible. Can you really take your elbows towards your head? Lengthen the arms. And then look up again. Inhale, release the binds. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Now look down and then lift the arms. Lower ribs in. So you really feel that opening in the chest. Sometimes it can be really nice to just move your head a bit. Okay, and then slowly release. Very good. Inhale, take your arms up. And now from here, you're going to move forward. Yeah, it doesn't matter how far you come, just lower down, rounding the spine, and then slowly come up again. Yeah, let's do it again. Inhale, arms up. And then just bring your arms forward, slide forward until you feel that edge. And then you can round the spine. Maybe you can relax the head. And then slowly release again. Now switch your legs. Yeah, take the other leg in front. Inhale, arms up. Bow forward. Into those hips, glutes, spine. And slowly release. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Round forward. All the way down. Breathe into the resistance again, maybe in the lower back. Okay, and then slowly release. Now take your hands behind, like this. Point your fingertips forward and place your feet hip distance apart. Now look in between your knees, and then from here you press your feet into the floor and you press your hips up. Now can you bring the hips in the same line as your knees and the shoulders? And maybe you look up, straighten the arms, engage your core just a little bit, and then exhale, slowly release. Soles of the feet together. Open the knees and just round forward. Yeah, let's do that 2 more times. So inhale, position yourself, lift yourself up. Maybe you look towards the ceiling. Very good. Slowly release. Exhale. Soles of the feet together. Open the knees and round the spine. 1 more time. Yeah, so really pressing feet and hands into the floor, lift up, tabletop position, inhale, look up, feel the strength, and then exhale, release, round forward. all the way down. Okay, slowly release. Take your hands behind like we did before. Now this time we place the feet as wide as the mat and we windshield wiper. So the knees go to the right and to the left. Now this is really nice to bring some mobility in the hips, but also maybe some stacked or blocked energy in the lower back. Now keep your knees to the right side. Stay here with the legs and then lift your left arm and turn all the way over towards the back of your room. And then you place your hands on the mat. So maybe you take your hips a little bit more underneath. And then from here, maybe you lower down on the elbows. Yeah? Just feel that spinal twist. You can move the head a bit. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Okay, slowly release, come up, turn towards the front side again. There you are again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Soles of the feet together, round the spine, all the way down. Slowly come up. Windshield wiper your knees to the left side. Now lift the right arm and then you come all the way over. Place your hands on the mat. So maybe you have to scoop your left hip a bit more underneath. Your legs are in a 90-degree angle. Look towards the mat. If possible, you can also stay here, but you can also lower down on the elbows. Notice this side, maybe the right or the left side feels totally different than the opposite. Take a deep inhale, a deep exhale. Okay, slowly extend the arms, slowly come back. Let's do this one more time. Tabletop position. Inhale, lift, lengthen, strengthen, use your power. And then exhale, release. This time we extend the legs forward. And maybe you can find the outside of your feet. Maybe you stay here. This is also fine. Remember, it's not about how flexible you are. Yeah, it's about what you feel in your body, the function of the pose. The function of the pose is to lengthen the whole back body. Take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Okay, slowly release. Cross your ankles, come all the way up and step in downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog is like a V shape. So the hips are up, you spread the fingers. Now you can walk the feet, so bend one knee at a time to just feel that length. Maybe you like to move the hips a bit from right to left. And you can also add a finger stretch by lifting the wrist and pressing the fingers into the floor. Take one more deep inhale, engage your core, and then exhale, bend the knees. Now walk your hands towards your knees and then come in a toe stretch. Yeah, not everyone's favorite, but it's really important that we stimulate those nerves in the soles of the feet. Yeah, a lot of energy lines starting and ending there. So if it's okay, bring your shoulders in the same line as your hips. And if not, you can always come a little bit more forward or go up. Hope you can still see me. Inhale, arms to the side. Now take eagle arms, right arm underneath. And the elbows are away from the shoulders. The hands are away from the head. Lift the elbows up. Navel to the spine. Exhale, release the shoulders. Close your eyes for a moment. And just rest here. Maybe you feel all those sensations in the toes, in the feet, shoulders, upper arms. Exhale, release, open the eyes, take your arms up, and then switch, take your left arm underneath. Now inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, release, close your eyes for a moment. And remember yourself, when you move your body, you will encounter physical stress or resistance, tightness. That's perfectly fine. Most of the time, it's our mental resistance that we have against it. So try to loosen up. You can do this. Really trust the benefits of the pose. Take one more deep inhale and then exhale, release. Place your hands forward, and if you like, you can just step your feet a bit, loosen up the top of the feet. Now from here, take your right arm up, inhale, and then exhale all the way down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. One more, inhale up, exhale down. Now stay here. And then move your hips a little bit to the right side. So you really move towards that resistance, and then take your left arm forward. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. And then slowly come up. All fours. Let's go to the other side. Left arm, inhale up. And then thread the needle. Maybe the shoulder is touching the floor. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, now stay here. As you notice, the hips wants to come along. So move the hips a bit back towards the left. Extend the right arm, and now you feel that resistance. Navel to the spine. Keep your balance. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Very good. Slowly release. Find your way up. Now this time we tuck the toes under. Inhale, arch the back and open the chest, look up. And then exhale, round the spine. Tuck your chin in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Now neutral position. Now, can you lift the knees and just hover above the floor? And notice that the spine is straight, so I'm not dropping my head, I'm not looking up. I try to lengthen the neck and bring the crown forward. Shoulders away from the ears, and really even the weight into the hands and the feet. But it's really about the core and abdominals and the back muscles. Let's stay here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then slowly release. Place the feet flat on the floor and then take your forehead in between your hands for puppy pose. Now take your arms forward, maybe slide them just above to the side of the mat. If you like, you can look up, spread the fingers, and then slowly, slowly you lower down the chest. You can place the forehead on the floor or maybe the chin. Full maximum stretch of the spine. Now, if you have problems with the lower back or your SE joint, you can just slightly engage your core as a sort of support and protection. Take a deep inhale. Take a deep exhale. Very good. Slowly release. Forehead on the floor. Bring your hands next to the ears. Come up, all fours. Now, can you take your hands a little bit more forward, place your weight forward, and then step into plank pose. Now, plank pose, we lift the kneecaps, we push the heels away, we open the chest, and we need a lot of muscle strength. Yeah, yoga is not only about flexibility, it's really a combination of strength and flexibility. Physical strength, mental strength, flexibility also in body and mind. So take a deep inhale, take a deep exhale. Now bend the knees, lower down the elbows, come on your belly for cobra pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Now can you lift the hands? And then slowly release. Now take your hands a little bit wider on your fingertips. You can take the legs together. Inhale, lift. Maybe you look up a bit, try to relax your glutes, and then exhale, release. Let's do it again. Inhale, open the chest, move into the back bend, and then exhale, release. Very good. Can you bend the knees, open the knees a bit? Now maybe you can find your right foot and your left foot. If this is too much, you just do this previous one, yeah, the cobra one. But otherwise, just come along. Slowly, we're going to lift the chest, move the shoulder blades together, and we lift the thighs, and you can look just a little bit more forward. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. One more inhale and an exhale, release. Take a moment here. Look towards the left side. Just relax your head for a moment. Notice your heartbeat and all the physical sensations. And then switch your head to the other side. Okay, place your hands underneath the shoulders, bring your legs together. Maybe from here you can push yourself all the way up, plank pose. Down dog, open the feet, stretch yourself out. Now big toes together and then take your right leg up. Can you square the hips? Really bring your attention more in the left foot, placing the left heel on the floor. And then from here, look in between your hands and then step your right foot in between the hands. Maybe you have to take a few steps. Now bend the left knee, place the left foot flat on the floor. Take your hands on your right thigh and then open up a bit. Now, if you stay too much here, you don't feel it in the quadriceps and the flexors, the hip flexors. So try to move a little bit more down. Not too far, but that you feel that edge. Interlace your fingers. Move the shoulder blades together. Now sinking down into the hips, but imagine that the chest is lifting up. You can even look up if you like. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Slowly release, hamstring stretch. You can always use blocks, right? So if it's too low, just take blocks and place your hands on this. Okay, forward, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Now move forward, place your hands flat on the floor and step into plank pose. Open the feet and move your heels to the left and then take your right arm up. Side plank. Again, you need strength. So stay here, take a deep inhale and then slowly move back, plank pose. Other side. You can always take your knee on the floor. Yeah, so this is also possible and even good. Yeah, so don't force yourself too much. Take a deep inhale, deep exhale, plank pose. Okay, bend the knees, open the knees as wide as the mat, bring the big toes together and come in a child pose. Just rest the forehead here. Relax the belly. Just follow the breath for a moment. Take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Okay, and then slowly come up. Bring your legs forward. Take the bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can take cushions or you can even do it without a bolster. Yeah, this is also fine. Now, you can take the soles of the feet together and then slowly lower down and open the arms. Tuck your chin in. If it's too much for the hips, you can also take the blocks and place them in this way, yeah, underneath your knees. And if you don't have any props at home, no worries at all. You can also do it like this. Yeah? Place the soles of the feet together and then open your arms in cactus pose. So the elbows are in the same line as your shoulders and then you relax your whole body. So now we enter the yin part. And yin is actually the opposite of yang. In the yin, we want to stimulate those deeper layers in our physical body, the connective tissues. And to do so, we have to stay for at least 3.5 minutes in a pose, completely still, so there's no new contraction of the muscles. We just slow down our nervous system. We tap into that more undoing quality. For some people, very difficult. So although it seems very easy yin, a lot of people find it really confronting or have to step in there or step out of their comfort zone. Because now you have the time to just stay still, to feel, to listen maybe, to observe. And each yin pose has a function. So in this pose, we open the hips. We stimulate the inner thigh groups, muscle group, but we also stimulate the lower back, especially when you're on a bolster or cushion in the back bend. So yes, there are a lot of physical benefits, but most important in my teachings of the yin, it's really about the mind training, the meditation. So can you point your awareness or your attention to one single object? Let's take the breath and just follow that movement. Not changing anything, not analyzing the breath or try to fix it or make it better. It's perfectly fine as it is, so just relax here. So meditation and mind training is really about sitting still or staying still like we do now and just observing what is arising in our consciousness. Maybe it's physical sensations, maybe there are unpleasant sensations. Can you resist the urge to move and just be with it? Or maybe a lot of thinking is going on. Just let it happen, observe what's happened, and just start over again by just noticing the breath, being present. Surrender a little bit more in letting go. So we're here for 1 more minute in silence. Now slowly, slowly, can you deepen the breath? Exhale all the way out. And at first take your arms down. You can take your hands on your belly, just feel the difference. And then from here, maybe with a little help of the hands, you can slowly bring your knees together and then walk the feet out and bring your knees together, hands on your belly, just as a sort of rebound. Feel the sensations. So as you notice, sensations are always changing. Nothing is permanent. One of the main Buddhism teachings. The moment that we start to not only realize, but also live by this principle that everything is changing, so you better be here right now. Otherwise, you miss it. And we can train this over and over again. Train our mind to come back, being present, being here, with your full attention. Now open the knees. Let's do one more yin pose on each side. It's the spinal twist. So take your arms open, like a T shape. And then you can bring your knees in, a very simple spinal twist. And you just bring your knees to the left side. And then you can lift the left shoulder blade a little bit more away from the center line. Maybe you take your left hand on top of your knees, and maybe you look towards the right. But if that's too tense, you can also just keep your gaze towards the ceiling. Now feel if this is okay, and just stay here for the next few minutes without moving, without changing anything. Trusting the pose. You can close your eyes. And the function of the pose is to stimulate the thoracic spine, the mid-back, and to stimulate also your digestive system and your inner organs. Yeah, when you move out of the pose, you feel the results of this spinal twist. But for now, just relax, stay still. So the more you practice the mind training or the meditation, the more you will notice that a lot of things that are going on inside are just fantasies or concepts or storylines. Yeah, you have this inner dialogue the whole day with yourself, and none of it is true. Yeah, it's just concepts and ideas and worries, concerns, preparation. Now, you don't have to blame yourself. This is human condition. This is what the mind does. But the more you become awake, we say awake in Buddhism, the more you are noticing your own conditions, and most important, that you can laugh about it, that you can smile about it, that it's just a story, it's not true. The only thing that's true is what you experience here through the senses, the sounds, the smells, the touch. For example, when you're in this pose, you feel the touch of the floor, you feel the shape of your body, you know the sounds around you. There's maybe even thinking going on. And in Buddhism, this mind is also a sense organ. So just notice thinking and then let it go. The why and the how is not important. So let's stay for one more minute in silence, just resting here. Now take a deep inhale. Take a deep exhale. Okay, you can open your eyes. Slowly bring your knees into the center. Place your feet on the floor. For some people, it's too quick to straighten the legs right away, but so you can stay here. But otherwise, just extend the legs, open the arms, and just feel the rebound. Relaxing into this sensation. Okay, and then open the arms. Let's go to the other side. So bring your knees in, arms in a T shape, and just move your knees to the right side. And now you can scoop your hips a bit underneath, and maybe you take your right shoulder blade a little bit more to the right side, and then you open. You can even look to the left. If you want to target the chest muscle more, you can just open the arm a little bit higher. I like to bring my hand on my knee just for an extra weight. You can close your eyes and just feel this side. If it's too much, just lower down the knees. If you feel too little, just lift the knees a bit higher up. Now, I'm not sure how familiar you are with yoga, but I like to remind you that the definition of yoga is Chitta Vritta Nirodha. This is in Sanskrit. And it means stilling the fluctuations of the mind. So yoga is meditation. And for most of the people now, yoga is a sort of physical training. But in the end, it's really about finding liberation in the mind. And stilling the fluctuations of the mind. It sounds like we can quiet down our mind. We can stop the mind with thinking, but this is not true. So the mind training is a really profound and subtle process of learning your own conditions, learning to see what is here. And like the Buddha said, like we have dust in our eyes. And when we start to meditate, we can start to see more clearly. This is when we are awake. We're not influenced anymore about all those concepts and stories. But we can open up a little bit more and see whatever circumstances are bringing, and just see how our reaction can be. So mind training is learning you to observe, to create a gap in between all those reactions that we have on the inside and towards the outer world. And the more gaps you create, the more space you experience inside yourself. And within this space, you can choose your reaction. How great can it be that you can choose your reaction? So let's stay still and observe whatever is going on without judging it, but just see clearly. Am I feeling? Am I thinking? Am I listening? Where is my attention going to? Okay, and then let's take one more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Slowly rewind. So take your knees in, place your feet on the floor, stay here for a moment. And then extend the legs and the arms and just feel the echo of the pose. Feel the rebound. Now from here, we move into the Yoga Nidra, and this is a guided meditation in which you can stay on your back, just lying down. I'm just going to show you what's really nice because, and this is Ximena's favorite. She really asked me, like, put a Yoga Nidra in. So the idea is that you make yourself comfortable, that you really feel nice in a supportive way. So I like to place a blanket or a cushion underneath my head, a bolster underneath my knees, and then I cover myself with a blanket. So I'm not sure where you are. Maybe you're in a very warm country. I'm here in Holland, raining, not so nice weather. Studio is cold. So for me, it's nice to have a blanket, but also when you're in a warm country, the blanket is not only to make you warm, but it's also when you have something on your body, the nervous system gets a sort of signal, like it's okay to relax. Yeah, so maybe you just take a sarong or a towel or whatever, but just putting something on is really nice. You can take the cushion, the blanket, and really place it in this way, that you have a cushion and that you can really lean into it. If you have an eye pillow or a scarf or a blanket, just place it over your eyes. And now is the idea that you take your arms underneath the blanket and you really stay comfortable in this lying down position. So I'm going to move out of it so I can guide you through in a seated position. But take a few moments to settle in, to be comfortable. And in the meantime, I can explain you, maybe this is your first time Yoga Nidra. It's a guided meditation. And the traditional one that I will definitely do as well in the retreat, but not for now because it takes almost 45 minutes. The traditional one is a 10-step guided meditation in which we move from conscious awareness into our subconscious awareness. Yeah, in a state in between falling asleep and being awake. And then a lot of processing is happening. Yeah, but for now, we take about 15 minutes or so. The beauty is that you don't have to do anything. Yeah, you can just relax, just listen to my voice. Maybe some instructions resonate, maybe some instructions you don't even hear because you're almost falling asleep. That's perfectly fine. It's really about taking time, resting, something that we not so much take time for it. But this is your time, so relax into it. Feel if you're comfortable. Maybe you want to change a bit. And if it's possible, just bring your body to stillness. Really sink down into the floor or wherever you're on. And then your Yoga Nidra starts now. And the first step of this Yoga Nidra practice is to really tap into your heartfelt desire. So what is your most heartfelt desire for yourself, for this life, or maybe for this moment, or for this week? What is truly, truly important for you? And if it's a word that's coming up, or maybe a symbol or a feeling, can you just imagine that this is already happening to you? So really feel it in a sort of positive way. So for example, if my heartfelt desire is I want to be free, then I can mentally mention to myself, I am free. Or I am love, or I am rest, or whatever is here. So don't search too much, just take a moment and then let it go. And then the second step of this sankalpa, this preparation before we start with the meditation on the physical level, is to set your intention for now, for the next 15 minutes. So you have your heartfelt desire. And I will constantly talk during the Yoga Nidra. Yeah, this is the whole point. I'm just talking and you are just see what resonates and stay with it. So the next question is, what is your intention for the next 15 minutes? Do you just want to surrender or just want to stay awake? Or maybe you can connect it with your heartfelt desire. And then let it go. And then the last question that taps in on your thinking mind especially is about our inner resources. Yeah, we all have inner resources that we can tap in. Sometimes we forget about them. But the way we can reconnect again with it is by memory or by imagination. So can you go back to a place where you really felt happy or at ease or at place, where you felt safe or secured or beloved? Maybe it was a place in nature, or maybe it's just a place in your home. It can be very simple, doesn't have to be special. And can you then go back towards this place? Imagine that you're there. Maybe you see in your mind's eye the objects in this place, or you smell the smells, or you hear the sounds. And then can you feel that ease quality that's arising in your whole body when you're in this place? Sort of like, I'm home, or here I feel free or happy. And can you then remove that image of that place out of your mind? Like, you know, that old-fashioned slideshow, just remove the slides, but stick with the feeling, with the experience. Imagine that you're still there, but now you're lying down here with the blanket, reconnected with your inner resource. And another inner resource are our loved ones. So can you imagine in your mind's eye or in your heart a person or maybe persons that you love, that are truly close by? Maybe they're not alive anymore, but they're still here with you in your heart. The person that gives you the feeling that you're totally fine, totally okay. And that you really can relax, surrender into this love, this affection. So see this person in front of you and feel the love or the affection or the warmth that he or she is sending to you. Just by bringing it up in your mind's eye or in your heart or in your memory. And then again, we remove this image, we remove the person, but we stay with the feeling of ease, security, love, at ease, at peace. So we have all those inner resources. And then from here, just let it go. Now we move to the next level, and it's more the physical level. So you don't need to think anymore, but just bring your attention to the part that I'm mentioning, starting with the mouth. So bring your awareness into the mouth and feel your tongue, the inside of your mouth, the floor of your mouth, ceiling of the mouth. Notice the tongue in your mouth, all the way into your throat, but also the tip of the tongue. Maybe you can even feel your teeth, your gums, your jaw, the whole mouth. A lot of sensations here. Maybe there's the urge to swallow. Maybe there's a taste in your mouth. And then from here, we move to our right eye, right eyebrow, cheekbone, temple of the right eye. And then feel the whole right eye. And then switch your awareness to the left eye, left eyebrow, cheekbone, temple, the whole left eye. Now feel both eyes. Just bring your attention there. That's all you have to do. And then bring your attention towards that place in between your eyes, in between your eyebrows. Maybe you call it the third eye. Now, can you penetrate from here a little bit more into the forehead? Imagine that you're in the center of your skull, all the way into the back of the head. Now stay within the skull and just move all the way down through the neck, the throat. And then you slowly come into the center of your chest. And then move towards your right shoulder. Now stay with me. Yeah, we just move along. Right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right fingers, inside of your right hand, outside of your right hand. You don't have to do anything, just feel this part. Right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder. Now feel your whole right arm. The shape, the weight. And then shift over to your left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left hand, fingertips, inside of your left hand, outside of your left hand, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder. Feel your whole left arm. The weight, the shape. Nothing that you have to do. Just feel. And then move your attention back into the middle of the chest. And then a little bit lower, middle of your belly. And then move your attention towards the right hip bone, the right knee, the right ankle, the right foot, toes, soles of the foot, ankle, knee, right hip bone. Now feel your whole right leg. And then switch to the other side, left hip bone, left knee. Just come along, don't go quicker or slower, just stay with me. Left ankle, left toes, sole of the left foot, ankle again, knee, hip. Feel your whole left leg. Now rest completely and bring your awareness towards the whole front side of your body. The face, the torso, the legs, the feet, the whole front side. And then switch your awareness towards the back body. The back of the head, the shoulder blades, the natural curves in the spine, the lower back, your bum on the floor, the shape of the legs, where the heels touch the floor, the whole back side. Now draw a line from the center of your forehead and the bridge of the nose all the way down, and then feel only the right side of your body. And then switch to the left side of your body. Now let's do that again. Right side, left side, front side, back side. One more. Right side, left side, front side, back side. And then slowly bring your awareness towards the movement of the breath. Where do you feel it? Where is this constant movement going on? Is it in the belly or maybe a bit higher? And just follow this movement without doing anything. So you need a little bit of, in Buddhism we call it effortless effort. You need a little bit of effort to stay there. Yeah, otherwise the mind will wander off. And if it does, just bring it back. Notice the sensations of the breath. It's like floating on a boat, floating on the waves of the ocean, waves of the breath. Nothing to do, nothing to achieve. It's all movement. The physical sensations are movement. The thinking mind is movement. Emotions are just movements in energy. Everything is moving. Everything is changing. Everything is a reaction and is happening just because. So the idea is that you let go a little bit of controlling all those movements. Just follow the movements. Maybe just be in the movement. Not knowing where the movement will go. And just enjoying what is going on. And notice how you can observe this all. Yeah, that there is a sort of unchangeable consciousness that's observing all those movements. Not analyzing, not fixing or changing, not trying to understand, but just relaxing into it. And in this way, we create that gap. We create space. So you're here for 1 more minute, just in silence, before we end the practice together. So relax, just tune in again on the shape and the form of your body. Notice the weight, notice the surface underneath, and rest. Rest completely by letting go that muscular effort, following the breath. And then slowly, slowly start to deepen the breath again. Maybe you roll to the sides. Take your time, we're not in a hurry. And then slowly find your way up. Maybe you can sit in just a cross-legged position. Now notice how the practice has been for you. Without really trying to analyze it, but just your first impression for yourself. This is the beauty of yoga, that when we move a bit, when we breathe a bit, when we start to observe a bit, we feel different after the practice. Not always better, sometimes, most of the time, but there's always a shift. And this is really the magic about yoga, that although the circumstances stay the same, you feel different. You maybe feel more open or more relaxed or more connected, whatever it is for you. And it's really important that you have your own experience and that you don't follow how you should feel. Well, that being said, let's finish off this practice. And lastly, I want to remind you that if you are joining us on a retreat is really about withdrawing yourself, from daily life and from your business life, family life, and really taking time for yourself and do other things than you normally do when you're free. So you're more consciousness, you're more paying attention to what you need, what you feel. And sometimes you tap into different patterns that you want to change in your life. And sometimes it's just really a nice holiday in which you can reload yourself. That's also perfectly fine. My experiences in the last few years that I'm doing retreats, that is always a special week or weekend for yourself, and that there's always something happen that you can also apply in your daily life. So I truly wish that this, if this is in the right place in the right time and you want to come, you're so much welcome. Ximena and I love to have you there. And if you have any questions or doubts or things that you want to talk to us, just please reach out to me or to Ximena, and we're here for you this whole week. We are the space holders for you. And well, that's it for now. So thank you for joining. I hope you liked it, and maybe we meet again. Namaste.